Scene script. Have you ever wondered how the largest archipelago in the world, Indonesia, came to be? In the beginning, there was a time when Indonesia was not a nation, but a land of scattered islands inhabited by numerous tribes. As far back as 1.5 million years ago, our ancestors, the early hominids, roamed these lands, leaving behind tools and artifacts that serve as silent testimonials to their existence. Move forward to around 2000 years ago, and you find the archipelago blossoming under the influence of Indian culture, giving birth to the era of Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms. Majapahit, one of the most powerful of these kingdoms, ruled much of what is now Indonesia, leaving a profound legacy that can still be seen in the country's art, architecture, and traditions. But the winds of change were never far away. By the 13th century, the Islamic faith began to take root in the archipelago, brought by traders from Gujarat, India. The faith quickly spread across the islands, leading to the rise of Islamic sultanates. The most notable among these was the Sultanate of Malacca, a maritime powerhouse that controlled the spice trade and spread Islam throughout the region. Then, in the 16th century, the Europeans arrived. First the Portuguese, then the Dutch, followed by the English and the French, each drawn by the allure of the Spice Islands. The Dutch, in particular, left an indelible mark on the archipelago, ruling for more than 3 centuries and shaping much of the country's modern history. Through all these changes, the rise and fall of kingdoms, the spread of religions, the intrusion of foreign powers, the people of the archipelago adapted, absorbed, and evolved. They learned to take the best of what each influence brought, blending it with their own traditions to create a unique culture that is distinctively Indonesian. This rich tapestry of cultures and influences set the stage for the modern nation we know today. But what happened when the Europeans arrived on this diverse archipelago? A new chapter in Indonesia's history unfolded with the arrival of the Europeans. The Portuguese were the first to set foot in the early 16th century, driven by the allure of the spice trade. But it was the Dutch who left an indelible mark. Establishing the Dutch East India Company, they ushered in an era of economic exploitation and political control that lasted for more than 3 centuries. The Dutch influence is still evident in aspects of Indonesian culture and infrastructure. From architecture to legal systems, the Dutch legacy is deeply woven into the fabric of modern Indonesia. However, this period was also marked by severe hardship for the Indonesian people as they grappled with the realities of colonial rule. In the early 20th century, a sense of national consciousness began to stir among Indonesians. Nationalist movements sprouted, sowing the seeds of resistance against colonial rule. Yet, the road to independence was far from easy. The turmoil of World War II saw the Japanese invade and occupy Indonesia. While the Dutch were ousted, the Japanese rule proved to be equally oppressive. However, it also sparked a renewed fervor for independence. Under the Japanese occupation, nationalist leaders like Sukarno and Hatta rose to prominence, galvanizing the people towards the dream of a free Indonesia. At the end of World War II, in a moment that would forever be etched in the annals of history, Sukarno and Hatta proclaimed Indonesia's independence on August 17, 1945. They faced significant challenges, including an attempt by the Dutch to regain control. But after 4 years of diplomatic negotiations and armed conflict, the Dutch finally acknowledged Indonesia's sovereignty in December 1949. The struggle and resilience of the Indonesian people eventually led to their independence, marking a new chapter in their history. The tale of Indonesia's fight for freedom is a testament to the spirit of a nation that refused to be defined by its colonial past. It's a story of a people who, despite adversity, dared to dream of a future on their own terms. And it's this spirit, this resilience that continues to shape the Indonesia we know today. The independence of Indonesia was only the beginning of their journey. So what happened next? As the dust of independence settled, a new leader emerged, President Suharto. He took the helm of leadership in 1967, steering the nation through a period that came to be known as the New Order. The Suharto era was marked by significant economic growth and political stability, but it wasn't without its controversies. The regime was frequently criticized for its heavy-handed approach towards dissent, and allegations of corruption were often levied against it. Despite these criticisms, Suharto's government made considerable strides in development, particularly in areas such as infrastructure, education, and health. The economy boomed, attracting foreign investments, and the standard of living for many Indonesians improved. However, the country's wealth was not evenly distributed, leading to widening economic disparities. In the late 90s, the Asian financial crisis hit, shaking the foundation of Indonesia's economy. The crisis led to widespread unrest, and in the face of mounting pressure, Suharto resigned in May 1998, ending his 31-year rule. The post-Suharto era was a time of significant change for Indonesia. This period, known as the Reformation, saw the country transitioning from an autocratic system to a democratic one. Reforms were initiated in various sectors, from politics to economics, aiming to decentralize power and promote transparency and accountability. The Reformation period was not without its challenges. It was a time of political and social upheaval, marked by widespread protests and ethnic conflicts. However, it also led to a strengthening of civil liberties, the rise of a more robust and independent press, and the establishment of a multi-party system. The transition to democracy was a monumental task, but Indonesia tackled it with determination. The country held its first free and fair elections in 1999, marking a significant milestone in its democratic journey. This period of transition and reform set the foundation for the Indonesia we see today. The Suharto era and the subsequent Reformation period, while marked by both triumphs and trials, played a critical role in shaping the nation's path towards democracy and progress. So where does Indonesia stand today on the world stage? Indonesia, the largest economy in Southeast Asia, is an emerging global powerhouse. Its economy, classified as a mix of industry and services, has been consistently growing, making it a member of the G20, an international forum for the world's largest economies. In the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, Indonesia holds a significant position, contributing more than a third of the region's gross domestic product. The country's vast natural resources, from oil and gas to gold and silver, play a key role in its economy. Indonesia is also the world's largest producer of palm oil, adding another significant feather to its economic cap. Beyond its economic prowess, Indonesia is a melting pot of cultures. Home to over 300 ethnic groups, each with its own unique traditions and languages, the country is a vibrant tapestry of cultural diversity. This rich cultural heritage is reflected in the myriad of festivals, arts, music and cuisine that the country offers. From the traditional dance dramas of Bali to the intricate batik textiles of Java, the cultural riches of Indonesia are as diverse as they are captivating. However, like any other country, Indonesia faces its own set of challenges. Economic disparity, environmental concerns, and infrastructural deficiencies are among the issues that Indonesia grapples with. The country's rapid economic development has led to a growing gap between the rich and the poor, and the exploitation of natural resources has raised environmental concerns. Additionally, while urban areas are well developed, many rural regions still lack basic infrastructure. Yet it's the resilience and determination of the Indonesian people that shine through these challenges. They continue to strive for progress, working towards a better future, while preserving their rich cultural heritage. Despite the challenges, Indonesia continues to grow and evolve, standing as a testament to its rich history and the resilience of its people. But what does the future hold for this dynamic nation? The future of Indonesia is as vibrant and diverse as the country itself. With an economy that continues to grow steadily, it's poised to become one of the world's largest economies by the middle of the century. This growth is fueled by an abundance of natural resources, a burgeoning middle class, and a demographic bonus that will see a surge in its working-age population. But it's not just economic growth that defines Indonesia's future. It's also about its people. With a population of over 270 million, Indonesia is one of the most diverse countries on the planet. This diversity is a strength, offering a wealth of cultural richness and human potential. The future of Indonesia is one where this diversity is celebrated, where every individual has the opportunity to contribute to the nation's progress. Yet, like any nation, Indonesia faces its share of challenges. Climate change poses a significant risk, with the country's thousands of islands vulnerable to rising sea levels and extreme weather events. Meanwhile, the country must continue to invest in education, healthcare, and infrastructure to ensure that its growing population can thrive. But if there's one thing we've learned from Indonesia's past, it's that this is a nation of resilience and resourcefulness. It's a country that has transformed itself time and again, overcoming adversity to forge a path towards a brighter future. This spirit of resilience, combined with the country's economic potential and demographic advantage, gives us reason to be optimistic about the future of Indonesia. With each passing day, Indonesia is writing its own future, a future built on the principles of equality, diversity, and sustainable development. It's a future where economic growth doesn't come at the expense of the environment and where every citizen has the opportunity to prosper. As we look towards the future, Indonesia is a nation that continues to inspire and surprise, a testament to the strength and diversity of its people. So, what have we learned about this incredible archipelago? We've journeyed through the birth of Indonesia, a land of diverse cultures and landscapes, and witnessed its transformation under European influence, ultimately leading to its hard-fought independence. We've delved into the Suharto era, a time of significant change, and the subsequent reformation, which reshaped the nation's political landscape. We explored the pulsating heart of Indonesia, its economy and society. We've seen how its rich natural resources and resilient people contribute to an economy that's growing in leaps and bounds, while its society remains a vibrant tapestry of tradition and modernity. Finally, we've glanced into the future of Indonesia, a future that's as bright as the tropical sun that bathes its islands, with endless possibilities and potential waiting to be unveiled. From its rich history to its promising future, Indonesia truly is a remarkable nation that continues to captivate and inspire us all. We hope you enjoy our video, and if you want to know more interesting facts on more different topics, then please show us some love with a like, share, and subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day.